stuff.
Oh, wow. That's
So it
great.
becomes Expo Central.
Oh,
And
my
Yeah.
goodness.
we work on all this great stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see if some people come joining us.
Yeah. Wow. It's just around the corner.
It really is.
It's really around the corner. Yeah, we have to get some.
Hello, everyone who's out there. If you're there, please give us a comment, a thumbs up of where you're coming from so we can know that our technology is going to work today. I see somebody's there. And remember, ladies, we have about a 30-second delay from when the person types the comment to when we get to see it.
Okay.
Oh,
Got it.
there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hello, Janet.
Ah.
Getting in from egg deliveries.
Oh.
Hi, Lisa.
From Florida.
Oh.
Nice. Lucky her.
It's gray and rainy here and kind of cold. I'm in my fleece and staying warm. I
Yeah.
envy you today.
Yeah. Isn't it spring break in Florida, though? That's the thing.
Oh, maybe I don't envy you there.
Yeah.
I think it's, there's over a couple of weeks span. Every college and such is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, spring break can be crazy. Yeah. Lisa
Yeah.
says, yeah.
Spring break. Cool. Yeah. But still, I'd take the weather any day.
This time of year, yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer when it's humid.
Maybe not.
Maybe not, no.
Yeah.
But we just had a significant snowstorm last week, so
You guys are always getting snow. My
it
goodness.
seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yesterday it was 64, so
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
it's
Wow.
you just have to wait a day. The weather will change.
Yeah, we have not
Snow.
hit the 60s yet. 50 was the highest.
It was the
Yeah.
high. Soon.
So far.
Soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it looks like we're getting a bunch of people coming in. So welcome everyone to another Facebook Live, courtesy of the Healthy Dog Expo, happening in May 20th, 21st in Albany. Get your tickets at healthydogexpo.com so you don't have to listen to me give this commercial again. We do anticipate selling out and the hotel will fill up. So seriously, if you're planning on coming, grab the tickets now. Don't get shut out and put at the Overflow Hotel.
Ooh.
Today, my awesome guests are Carisa and Carmina from CoCo Therapy with a topic that I am intrigued by. You told me you wanted to talk about unexpected uses of coconut oil. And, we're used to in our dogs, okay, we're feeding it, of course.
Mhm.
Might be using it on some skin lesions. But you told me you have more. So let's dive right into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
You're exactly right. I mean, a lot of people know about coconut oil as food or supplements, and people already know you can use it to brush your dog's teeth or clean out their ears, rub on their nose pads, their feet, dry skin, that type. But
Yeah.
we've grown up with coconut oil most of our lives. We've talked to people that have used it, and one of the interesting facts about it that actually, because of a customer, she told us this just recently. Her dog had what was her dog's eye issue? It was some severe conjunctivitis and dry
And an eye injury too.
Yeah, she had an
wasn't sure how
eye
it
injury.
happened.
She wasn't sure how it happened. It was bad.
Mhm.
Yeah. So she used it as eye drops. So so something that people don't know is you can actually use coconut oil as eye drops, whether you melt. She would melt her coconut oil and she put it in a dropper bottle and then she would put it in her dog's eyes, or you can actually get it and put it around the eye rim.
Eyelids.
For eyelids.
That's one of the most interesting things of coconut oil is its ability to both be a liquid and a solid, depending on temperature.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, it's so versatile in
Yeah.
that regard, because when you want moisture, you always think of, I want a liquid.
Right.
Well, put it between your hands.
Yep.
Right.
Enough to warm it up.
Yeah. And then Carissa, you have dry eyes.
I do. Well, it was interesting because she took pictures of her dog's eye, and there was a really red bloody. It was almost like there's a layer of mucus on the eye, and she could not get to the vet fast enough. She goes, "Oh my gosh, this is
What am I
scary.
gonna
What if I put?"
Great.
Yeah,
It
poor
was bad.
thing. And she was scared she was going to lose the eye. So she asked me, can I put coconut oil in it? Because she was afraid of infection because it looked like it was getting pussy or
Mhm.
whatever with pus. And I said, it wouldn't hurt because I knew of studies. They did studies of coconut oil on rabbits' eyes. And it's actually very effective for dry eye. So I said, try it. It won't hurt. She tried it. She was shocked to see how fast the redness disappeared and the inflammation went down. And she took a picture and showed her vet. And her vet's like, whatever you're using, that is
doing it.
great.
Yeah, keep doing
Yeah.
it. In fact, her vet even told her to increase how many times a day. She was doing it like once or twice. Her vet says, why don't you do it at least 3 times a day?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, as I think about compounding pharmacies making custom eye medications for pets, and I'm sure for humans, they use an assortment of different oils
Mhm.
to spend an antibiotic or what have you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the oil kind of seals the cornea and prevents evaporation of moisture.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That coconut oil would be superior with the combination of antibacterial activity.
Yeah. I mean, there was a study in 2015 of using coconut oil as a rewetting agent in rabbits. So that study, I mean, it was pretty fascinating. It showed how effective it was. It actually improved the film stability in the eye, as well as reduced damage to the eyes. So, yeah, you could look up that study.
Well,
It's pretty fascinating.
it's an awesome fat. Janet, I love Janet and Diane. Come here. Janet is feeding the birds.
Oh, that's so
yes.
great. Yeah,
Lori
we have
does
a
that.
friend that
Lori
does
does
that.
that.
Yeah.
And, birds, everybody wants to feed birds, breadcrumbs and stuff. No, they need fat, they need nuts, they need high energy
Oils. Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
And this is perfect.
Yeah, well, that's a great suggestion for Janet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freeze them and put them in like outside with like the seeds and the other stuff she sticks with it.
Yeah. We have a friend who does that. And then their plumage is so healthy.
Yeah.
Really? For
You know,
parrots?
I think fats in general get a bad rap in human nutrition,
Yeah.
and they're really vital
They're
for
vital.
so many body functions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's a whole history on why they got a bad rap.
Yeah.
I've seen, documentaries on it.
Go ahead, go.
Yeah. Okay. So another one that we like to use it for is for mouthwash. Now we use it as mouthwash. It helps with chronic dry mouth and thrush and inflamed gums. It even helps with plaque reduction. And there are studies out there also that actually show the effectiveness of lauric acid, capric acid also on these issues. And we've used it personally. My dad had autoimmune disease, so he had dry eye and dry mouth. So he would use coconut oil, religiously on his eyes and rinse his mouth with it because he would get sores in his mouth as well. So that really, really helped with the pain and soothing, but it also helps kill the bacteria. And he can't tolerate like really harsh mouthwash, even if it was alcohol free. He just couldn't because his mouth.
Many of them have an astringent quality.
It does, without stinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had a study in 2016, I think, on the virgin coconut oil versus chlorhexidine. A very, common ingredient in mouthwash. And we saw it was just as effective at killing mouth bacteria.
Yeah.
And
so one of the things we're always concerned about is inducing antibiotic resistance in bacteria.
Yeah.
Chlorhex is one of our favorite surgical cleansers.
Right.
So we're cleaning a surgical site. We don't want to have, inspired bacteria to become resistant to Chlorhex.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. We actually,
it's better to use coconut oil.
It is. We actually had a customer. She emailed us.
Another story.
Yeah, she had a friend with throat cancer. So he went through chemotherapy and radiation for his throat cancer. He's now in remission, thank goodness. But the radiation and chemotherapy just pretty much killed off his salivary glands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so he had severe dry mouth, and that he also had thrush. He developed thrush, which is a yeast.
It's not a yeast
It's in a yeast like Canada. It's from Canada yeast.
His mouth is all white.
Yeah, and of course the doctors would prescribe all this medication to kill fungi, bacteria, but nothing helped. I mean, he literally suffered with that for 10 years. and she read an article. We actually posted all this. We have a blog. We
Mhm.
and
So you
posted
can
the
find the
Yeah,
article
you can
there.
find the articles. You can find the studies. And she found an article about using VCO, virgin coconut oil, with thrush to help with thrush. So she sent the article to her friend. She happened to use coco therapy. So she said, you should use a really good quality one. I recommend this. And he said, it's for animals. And she said, no, it's not. It's human grade. You can use it. It's really the best tasting, best quality that she tried. So he did use it. And for the first time in 10 years, he actually
Got
had
relief.
relief. Yeah, it was a great story. And
Yeah.
she was compelled to write this review on her site because she felt like she wanted to share it just in case somebody was suffering from the same condition.
Yeah, without a doubt. And that is one thing I love to correct, is that people's impression that coco therapy is just a dog or just an animal brand. No, it's for all of us.
Yes.
From the MCT oil. Okay.
Yeah.
The treats, which are awesome, as we were talking about.
Yeah.
Dogs are enjoying their coco therapy treat.
Yeah.
Very
So
much.
so we use it to oil pull, which I'm sure there's tons of articles about oil pulling. Which is just swishing oil in your mouth. You would just put a couple tablespoons in your mouth, swish it around for,
20 minutes.
if you can tolerate 20 minutes. But if you can't, anything's better than nothing. You can build up to it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then just spit the oil out in your trash, not your sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But
'cause
as a mouth-
it'll solidify, right? In the
Yeah.
unless, you could run hot water in it.
No,
but
don't do it in your sink.
yeah, not in, we
But-
recommend in the trash.
But I always do mouthwash before I go to bed because I literally have a glass of water by my bed and I'm always taking sips. And when I started just swishing with coconut oil before I go to bed, it really helps.
It does.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
it's just such a nice, pleasant coating, and it's got to just feel good.
Yeah.
Those irritated tissues.
Yeah. So that's one use. And then another use that people
Kind
would
of related.
it's kind of related is to throat gargle. So this is different from just swishing. This is when I have a sore throat or a cold or a cough, I actually gargle with coconut oil. VCO or MCT oil.
It's so good.
It feels so good. I mean, it soothes the pain. It actually helps soothe the pain. I mean, it obviously kills the harmful organisms and bacteria. That's, obvious. But I find it works a lot better than what's that other mouthwash that
Listerine?
Well, the one for the
Betadine.
I don't know, the one for the throat that you can buy.
Listerine is the one that it's kind of a light amber color.
Yeah, and they also have a green color. Yeah, and I know that salt water is effective as well,
But it stinks.
but I don't like the taste, and I can't stand it. It actually makes me want to gag. So
Yeah, I think it depends on what your throat is like. If I get a cold, I get a very raw throat.
yes,
And the idea of salt water gargling just is scary.
yeah. Try coconut oil.
Yeah, it will help. And in fact, the minute I start feeling a tickle in my throat, when cold season comes or flu season or whatever, the minute I start feeling a little bit of pain, you know how you can kind of tell you're getting sick, like, oh,
Yes.
my throat's starting to hurt.
Yeah.
I grab for that coconut oil and I start gargling at night. I'm not kidding. It stops me from getting sick.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
It is pretty amazing. Well, yeah. I mean, it helps with your immune system.
And it helps
I
soothe
believe.
the pain in my throat. So
Yeah.
that's another good big thing that people don't know, that they can gargle with coconut oil.
Yeah. I never would have even thought of that.
Yeah, try. But you have to get it back there. Like I'll put about a teaspoon, not too big, and throw your head back and really get it back there.
I mean, if you swallow some of it, it's not going to be
Well,
The end of the world.
low.
I know, but if you do, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
you don't want to.
I know. Well, I mean, I end up swallowing Listerine. It makes me sick. but-
gosh,
well,
no.
because you're trying to get it so far
No,
back.
no. Coconut oil,
Well.
you get it back as far as you can, as long as you can while you're gargling, and then spit it out. It will literally stop your sore throat. It's antibacterial. It kills the strep, the strep virus. It's been proven.
Well, and I just keep going back to that soothing quality, because even when I've just used some coconut oil on my dry skin or calluses,
Yeah.
After about 10 minutes, it's just like, oh, that skin feels so much better. It's
Right.
relief as
Right.
it kind of soaks in.
And being here in Chicago in the winters, I get a lot of dry skin,
Mhm.
and especially around my mouth. Like, I mean, they're not cold sores, but I get like
The skin gets cracked.
yeah, like at the corners of my
I
mouth.
have one right now.
I literally have to
Yeah.
put coconut
I
oil
have,
on on
Yeah,
the
just
edges of
put
my
it.
mouth
Yeah.
constantly because it cracks.
This is
and
my topical bottle of oil. Remember, I told you I have a bottle
Oh
for
yeah,
topical and a
yeah.
bottle for oral.
for oral
So I kind of just do that. I'm doing it right
because
now.
it just I don't know, I'm just prone to that. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I used to my fingers used to crack a lot in the winter with the dry
Oh
season.
Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, that seems like coconut oil seems like a much better solution than, some of those medicated creams and everything.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't know what's in there and they're made in China.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
And yeah.
Lisa had a question. Let's show this. She has psoriatic arthritis. Do you have experience with that?
Yes. We had a customer, right? She had terrible knee issues. So
I don't know if it was psoriatic.
I don't know if it's arthritis or what
but
type, but
she
she had knee arthritis
I
of
don't know
her
if it's the
knees.
same thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Arthritis of her knees and
Yeah.
her hands, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
she started to take it orally. I mean, the thing about coconut oil, it's such an immune modulator.
Mhm.
So
And
it helps modulate your immune system. It's anti-inflammatory, and some arthritis can be immune mediated, or arthritis can be immune mediated, and it's definitely an inflammation issue. So she
Mhm.
took it orally. I need to dig out her letter, and she wrote that after taking it orally, a tablespoon, it literally helped the pain on her knees and her hands.
Wow.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not saying it cures anything.
No,
but it definitely helps with
it's
inflammation.
like an absence of pain. She said, I just had an absence of pain. It didn't
Mhm.
feel like it
Yeah.
hurt
Yeah.
as much.
Yeah.
So I would definitely try it orally. And and for people, when they say what's the dose to take virgin coconut oil as a therapeutic, Bruce Fife would always say, if you can handle 3 tablespoons a day spread out, aim for 3 tablespoons of a good virgin coconut oil a day.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
basically almost the same equivalent to babies drinking mother's milk for immune issues. Is
Yeah.
3
The
tablespoons.
lauric acid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And work slow. I mean, don't go and just chug down 3
Yeah.
tablespoons.
Oh, yeah.
a day.
You'll
For the
make
first time ever in your whole
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
because I mean, it could affect you.
Yeah.
But for us, aside from doing that, I mean, I've always cooked with
with
coconut
it.
oil
Yes.
and MCT oil.
So
It's
incorporate it in
I
your
incorporate
diet.
it in food. If I make pancakes, I'll use MCT oil. If I
Mhm.
fry
Smoothies.
eggs, I'll use coconut oil. I put it in smoothies. I put it in my tea, coffee. I mean, it's become such a part of my life
We probably take more
that
than
I
3.
definitely take more than
3.
than 3 tablespoons.
But
a day.
again, your body has adapted.
Exactly. Exactly.
Whether you're giving this to yourself or your dogs.
Exactly.
Gently.
Yeah.
With
And,
everything.
and our dogs have adapted to it too, because they can tolerate so much fat in their
Yeah.
diet. Not just fat,
Not just
but
oil.
not just, I mean, coconut oil. It doesn't affect them. I mean, I do warn people that if their dog is not accustomed to fat, whether it's coconut oil or MCT oil, to
Mhm.
definitely start slow. Definitely.
Yeah.
Drops even.
Yeah.
And just work it up. Like, don't be impatient. Just do it slowly.
Mhm.
Because I mean, eventually when your dogs get used to it, it helps with everything.
It's another energy source.
Mhm.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. And it helps. I've had, having senior animals all their lives, I definitely like the fact that they're used to having the oil, because if I feel like they're starting to get creaky and
Right.
achy with their bones and their joints, I can up the coconut oil without getting a lot of digestive issues. And it really helps them. I mean, I feel like it's almost like they get renewed youth.
Yeah.
For
Mhm.
the dogs. Yeah, for the dogs.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
for our animals, I kind of like my Shelby. She's just 1.5 or a
Mhm.
little less than 1.5.
Yeah.
I almost feed her on a modified keto. Yeah. I mean, in the wild dogs, you know that when they kill their prey, they go for the fattiest part. Yeah,
Yeah.
fattiest part of the animal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she eats a fairly high fat diet.
Yeah. Same with
Yeah.
my
And
dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, dogs can get more than half of their calories from fat.
Oh
if
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
they've been,
Mhm.
gradually brought to that point.
Exactly.
Right.
The
Like you don't.
average dog eating kibble is getting 40% of their calories from carbs, and
Yeah.
probably more like 12% or, 12 to 20 from fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we who feed fresh feed differently.
Very
But
different.
the adjustment phase is important.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yes, you get that glossy coat. You get that
Mhm.
healthy, flexible,
Yeah.
non-inflamed body.
Yeah. You know,
And sharp brain
I just
too.
thought of something. You know, we
Sharp
have a
brain.
friend, she's also a veterinarian. Her husband does keto cycling, so he's not on it the whole time. He cycles on and off keto.
I prefer cycling.
I prefer cycling too, but he had an accident where he broke his bones, his leg. He broke his leg. I mean, it was a severe break. And so he went through the regular, you know, doctor therapy,
Mhm.
whatever, but he was on keto at the time. And so he kept doing his keto and he healed so
So much
fast,
faster.
so much faster. His doctor, his orthopedic surgeon, was
what the
amazed.
heck?
And this guy was like, I mean, he wasn't 20s, he was in his 40s.
Mhm.
So he was like, that is the fastest healing I have ever seen, literally.
Can you imagine?
It was unbelievable. And I mean, this is, you know, it's no scientific evidence or anything that it's because he was on keto, but he honestly believes that it was because he happened to be on keto, because he just
That is the
an
most
experienced cycler, you know, keto cycler. He feels like every time he's on keto, if
He
he has,
heals faster.
he heals faster. So,
It
and I
makes
believe
sense, 'cause there's less inflammation in the body. So
exactly.
healing can proceed more quickly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just fascinating to hear stories like that. And his wife, who's a friend of ours, she's also a holistic integrative veterinarian, and
Mhm.
she really believes in that too. And she was like really happy that he happened to be on keto at the time.
At the
But if
time,
he wasn't, he would have gone back on keto just for that.
just
But
do it.
yeah,
Sure.
the doctor is like so amazed about how fast he got
Well,
better.
and I mean, I saw this with my own dog, and who was not on keto, but definitely I trend toward a lower carb, fresh food diet, raw diet.
Mhm.
And he happened to lacerate his elbow.
Ooh.
He has no regard for his body.
Oh.
But I just put some surgical staples across it. And
Yeah.
I bandaged it because it's like you have no regard for your body. You know, you're gonna bump into it, you're gonna rip it off. And he was great. He tolerated the bandage, but literally 5 days. And he started taking the bandage off. And I'm like, you left this alone for 5 days.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and it was healed.
Yeah.
And normally in a patient at the clinic, that those staples would be in for 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So it's
Yeah,
like
It's
cut
the
it in
fat.
half.
It's the
Yeah.
fat.
That's
Even
amazing.
then, some dogs are not healed in 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I can't say it's because, you know, I was super, you know, I didn't restrict him greatly. I just put a light wrap on it.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything special other than his lifestyle.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, your lifestyle. I mean, you can have a diet that's so pro-inflammatory that
Mhm.
you know that you just don't heal well. You don't heal fast enough,
Right.
or you're constantly in pain. So definitely, lifestyle and diet is
Yes,
just huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in terms of healing wounds, I mean, I don't even own what's that
Antibiotic cream.
cream anymore. Seriously,
There's
every
no good.
time I don't,
Yeah,
because every
it's
time I get
like
a cut or a scrape, or
yeah.
I just use
Yeah.
coconut oil. It's just so automatic for me. I'm burned, cuts, anything. So and it heals just as fast and probably better. I think.
Well, those antibiotic creams are always, you know, neomycin, polymyx, and NPB. Those antibiotics have been out in that low concentration for decades.
Oh.
I would be thinking that most bacteria are immune to them.
Oh yeah. I can see why.
You can
Yeah.
buy it right over the counter. Everybody goes, let me get some triple antibiotic ointment. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You know, we use it everywhere. And
Yeah.
that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the stuff that's healing them is the petroleum jelly that's in the cream, you know, the fact that they're keeping it, you know.
Protecting the skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what's helping.
Before you go to your next point, Janet had, and this is a question I have had because you had shared with me some of the coconut chips. So are there benefits to the chips instead of oil? How best to use the chips?
Yeah.
What do you do with the coconut chips?
The chips is fiber. So we all need fiber. I mean, we don't look at it as a carb, and the chips are coconut is wonderful because it's a blend of soluble and insoluble fiber, which is why it can help with diarrhea and it helps with constipation. And the benefit is the fiber is used by the gut. You know, it's a substrate to feed beneficial gut bacteria.
Okay.
It's a prebiotic.
It acts as a prebiotic. It converts to short chain fatty acids, feeds beneficial gut bacteria, so they have a healthier microbiome, and it's just a better fighting opportunity for the good bacteria. So I sprinkle it. I'll take about a teaspoon to a tablespoon and sprinkle it on the raw. All my dogs and cats are raw fed, so we will sprinkle the chips just for fiber. It's kind of the same thing.
For gut health.
Yeah, for gut health.
Prebiotic.
Like in the wild, they're eating grass or the fur.
Sure.
Yeah, but she's asking too, is there a benefit one over the other? The benefit of the chips is it's got fiber. Whereas coconut oil has no fiber in it.
Yeah.
So a tablespoon of coconut chips does have
some oil.
Is
it 7 grams?
Yeah, 7 grams, I think, of MCTs in it,
Mm-hmm.
which is
But it's
fine.
not
You
that
get the benefit,
much.
but it's not that much. I would still add coconut
We do
oil to
both.
it. We do
Okay.
both because one's more fiber, one's more medium chain
Well,
fatty.
and I think you told me that the coconut chips will help cats with hairball issues.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have a hairball product. Same product. It's just ground up finer.
Finer. Yeah. So
And it's not as defatted either. We keep a little more fat in it as well. It's marketed for hairball for cats. However, you can use it for dogs
Mhm.
or vice versa.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness, we've had that product for how many years? And the reviews and the stories and the
hairball.
emails that we get about how their cats used to vomit all the time, how they think it's normal, and how their cats rarely vomit now, and
Yeah.
it's just one after
And they
the other.
shed
It's
less.
crazy.
They
It's
shed
crazy.
less because of the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And cats, the first thing that seems to go when I see a cat at the clinic that is unhealthy is their skin and coat. And you know what they're eating because it's either dry or canned or both.
Yeah.
for most.
Yeah.
Like switching their diet, getting more protein, more fat in there, and addressing their problem is huge.
It's huge.
Martin asks about his dog with diarrhea. He wondered if the chips would work. Yes, it is a pain in the wallet. Very accurate, Martin. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the chips will help. I mean, Dr. Morgan, she had was it a client of hers with a
It was her own
oh,
dog.
was it her own dog?
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah,
It's
it was a
her dog.
Cavalier. It was a Cavalier who she calls it pudding poop. So
Yeah.
constantly pudding poop. That's what she
could
calls
not
it.
get rid of this.
Yeah, she
thing.
would try rice and potatoes and this and that and the other. And she
pumpkin.
but she does carry her coconut chips. However, she never really thought of adding it to her diet. Like,
Yeah, and I'm
you
like,
know,
Judy,
religiously.
I had some coconut chips.
Yeah, just try
She
it.
was
Oh,
one
she was
meal. One meal.
And she was just floored how the pudding poop seemed a little bit more formed, and then little by little it just got better and better, and now she feels like she can't. So it definitely will help.
It's interesting though, why the afternoon? I mean, is it probably what they eat in
I
the morning?
Or something with the microbiome is booming then.
Yeah.
I don't have an explanation. Martin, if you've got one, please pop it in the comments. And it may just have to do with the dog's rate of passage.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of thinking of that too. I was talking to Holly from Animal Biome because in the past, like Fiona, she would, when I go on a walk, she would poop. Sometimes she'd poop 3 times in a walk. The first poop was perfect, solid. But as she poops like her second and third, by the third one, it would be a little bit softer. And she said that was kind of normal based on, the animals. I can't remember her explanation.
But I was reading a book.
Not super soft, though.
Yeah, I read this book by Steve Brown, though. But animals, like their digestive system and ours is very different, right? So we eat food. It goes to our stomach. And it passes very quickly. Like it'll stay in our stomach 30, 45 minutes before it moves to our intestines and it moves through. So we have different stages of undigest in our food. Whereas dogs, they eat the food, stays in their stomach for 4 to 5 hours. So they have a lot of stomach acid, which is why they can eat raw food and bones with bacteria, right? So it stays in their stomach 4 or 5 hours. It's got acid enough to melt metal in there before it moves to the gut. So maybe there's something to do with his dog. If she eats in the morning, maybe it passes too quickly. There's not enough acid. There's lots of things, reasons for that. By the time it gets to us, I'm thinking.
And what food, and if she handles different foods differently.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it definitely makes sense to try the chips
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
without a doubt.
definitely. Yeah,
Without a doubt.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, poor Janet grew up with margarine. The
Uh,
you know the first purpose of margarine, don't you?
what?
I'm almost.
To fatten turkeys. They fed it to turkeys.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Farm,
Ew.
farm. Yeah.
Oh, yuck.
But
Yeah.
I remember the margarine butter battle. Butter's better. Margarine's better. Oh no, butter's better. Oh no, we changed your mind. Margarine's better.
Yeah. Butter
Yeah.
will give you a heart attack. No, margarine will.
Yeah.
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 I'm all about simplicity anymore. It's like the less processed, the less handled, the more I know what this is, I'm happier.
Yeah. And
So
quite frankly, butter from grass-fed beef is actually good for you. I mean, it's rich in butyric acid. It's actually very healthy for you.
Mhm.
So I love butter. I am not anti-butter at all.
no. And we know what we can make butter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cream and some churning and maybe some salt. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butter.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to churn, I'm not going to be.
Or you can actually do it with a mixer.
Oh,
And-
really? Oh,
Yeah, sure. Anything that just stirs the
Yeah. Yeah,
the-
that's true.
you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. If you mix fat enough, yeah,
take whipped cream beyond whipped cream.
it
Yeah.
becomes buttery. You're right. You're
True.
right.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Tastes better too.
Without a doubt. Without
Yeah.
a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what else are you using coconut oil for?
We use it for acne, believe it or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me
So when
Yeah, it's
okay,
a little bit counterintuitive.
yeah, it is counterintuitive because when people have acne or pimples, they want to strip their face of oil.
Dry it out.
Dry it out, super dry, which is actually bad
Mhm.
for you. I mean, when we were kids, teenage years, preteen, we suffered the occasional bout of acne.
Sure. Everybody does.
Yeah, and my mom always used home remedies. We never used, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, none of that. So she would always use papaya occasionally for exfoliation because of the enzymes
Enzymes.
Right.
and
Right.
coconut oil. Yeah, and coconut oil. Literally,
Wow, it's
that's how we cleared our
beautiful.
skin. That's
Beautiful.
how we cleared our skin. So anybody with acne out there, papaya,
Skin.
wash it off and then put coconut
coconut
oil.
oil.
There's actually a study in PubMed on the effects of lauric acid and virgin coconut oil against bacteria versus benzoyl peroxide. It's a study in PubMed. It was published in 2016, I think, and it said that there was literally it was just as effective as benzoyl peroxide and probably even better because it was less harsh on the skin and it helped with the redness and inflammation. So even though we used it, it's not that we read the study when we were kids. It's just that that's what we did.
It
That's
worked.
just what my mother did and my grandmother and her family.
Well-
And now we have customers that actually send us pictures of their faces
Oh, geez.
with their I mean, like
Go to our blog,
yeah,
our latest blog.
it's-
You'll see a before and after. It's fascinating.
we did choose one. It was just amazing because she suffered from acne.
Cystic acne.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah, some kids really suffer.
It
they
really
really
is.
do.
And their skin hurts.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Their embarrassment that they have pimples because you're teenagers and
exactly.
they're in pain.
Yeah. There's actually two studies out there. One is on capric acid, the other is on lauric acid, and they both show effectiveness against the common bacteria that causes acne inflammation. So, it's pretty amazing. But as related to animals, felines also get chin acne.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I had my cat once did.
Yeah, I mean,
And I put coconut oil, it was gone in a day. I mean, literally, it's so
Yeah,
fast.
it's
the sooner
crazy.
you deal with it, the better. You
because
know?
sometimes it can get worse
Yeah.
if they constantly just gets
It's really
red and
bad.
inflamed or they scratch it.
Yeah.
The way I feel about it is coconut oil just doesn't hurt. I mean, if you don't know, just try it. It's not gonna be an adverse. I mean, unless the animal's crazy allergic to it.
Right.
But topically, I mean, why not try?
Why not try? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Janet, for putting the link to the latest blog in.
Yeah.
My team is outstanding there.
So,
Martin has a question that I have also thought of. If you get sunburned, it used to be put butter on it, and then they said, "Oh no, butter's bad." But coconut oil for a sunburn or for sunspots, it's going to be soothing, right?
Oh yeah, for sunburn, without a doubt, it's very soothing because it's anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
And it's moisturizes.
And I've read some studies that they say that coconut oil has an SPF level of 7,
which isn't high enough, by the way.
It's not high enough. So
I mean,
careful.
Yeah,
but
so be careful.
They constantly use coconut oil in the sun out in the tropics. You know, coconut oil straight, and they didn't burn. Obviously, if you're out in the sun long enough, you will burn no matter what.
I don't recommend it if you're fair skinned as SPF, but yes, for sun damage or sunburn or dry, definitely
it will definitely protect it.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted to say something to Marilyn. She's asked about the chips and hairball.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
it'll do something for cats for sure. Like who pukes it too often, try it, Marilyn, because I had a cat long ago. He would puke all the time. And you just sprinkle it. Yeah. It helps definitely.
And the cat product is much finer texture.
Yes, much finer. And has a little more oil in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa is mentioning that one of you had a Yorkie with PLE.
Yeah, her.
Yeah. So it sounds like she's battling this. Can you share your experience with her?
Yes, yes. Well, definitely dogs with PLE, protein losing enteropathy, they can't digest protein. They may have a low albumin level, or they just can't handle protein and metabolize protein. So you have to give them a really good bioavailable source of protein, of course.
And
typically they say low fat, because if you go to a veterinarian, they'll say low fat diet, good high quality protein,
or low protein even.
Yeah, even some low protein, you know, saying like some conventional vets will say low protein for kidney. So for her, I home cooked, I home prepared her food. I used like the best protein I could find. Eggs was one of the best thing that worked for her, for sure. And coconut oil. So, and you just give it a little bit, Lisa, like don't give too much. Like what my Yorkie was 4 pounds compared to your 6 to 7. And I just started with a little like dollop, like a pea size in the morning and night, because they need the fat for energy anyway.
Yeah.
Because, so I just did that and it helped.
And besides, I mean, we have to remember that coconut oil and MCT oil, the fat is medium chain fat. It's digested totally different from other fats, from long chain fats. So so when they're saying you need a low fat diet, they're talking about fats that need bile acids and pancreatic enzymes to be digested. But you know, for medium chain fats, because it's definitely digested differently, it's a great source of fat to give an animal with PLE.
Yeah, and pancreas, any lipid disorder.
Yeah. And just go gently and work.
Yes, gently, of course. I mean, even a drop until they can just do it.
Yeah, they have to make that adjustment.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Hopefully it works.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a little one sick. It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
And you guys with your small, tiny dogs, I always think of them as so fragile.
Yeah, they're tougher, but you know, you have a small margin to work with because they can lose weight like this.
In an instant. Yeah. Janet had an interesting question too. And you know, this is going to kind of what I think of a more conventional use of coconut oil, which is as a fat source. But she's coaching somebody, I think, right, Janet? So adding coconut oil or MCT to an overweight dog who just switched to fresh food from kibble.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
And again, we always say start slow.
Yeah. It does help with joint and mobility issues. I've known that for my dogs that I've had, senior dogs, you know, if the coconut oil definitely helps, it does help with
and they actually call MCT oil and coconut oil the metabolic oil. Because it's a thermogenic. It's thermogenic, thermogenic because it increases your metabolism.
It burns energy. Gets converted to ketones.
Yeah. So they have done studies where if you don't change your diet at all, eat the same thing constantly, and start taking MCT oil, you will actually lose
switching your fat to MCT
oil. You will lose weight.
Yes, just a fat switch.
Yeah, that is fascinating because I mean, and I guess on the human side, certainly when we think of fat, we think of animal origin fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We think of, pork chops and steak
Cooked
and
fats. Yeah.
Yeah.
cooked fats. Often, well, let's put it this way, overcooked fats.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what we tend to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
true.
But
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at some of the studies they've done in Japan that they've used with MCT oils and fish oil, and they love the raw fish and sushi in Japan.
Yes.
They are some of the leanest people, healthier people, sharpest.
And
So-
they can live to 100.
Yeah,
Those-
long living,
Japan
too.
is considered a blue zone. You know those blue zone places where people live to be over 100,
Yep.
and
Yep.
they study them based on their diet.
Yeah. And they're all about
Japan is a blue
coconut
zone.
oil and fish oil over there. Raw,
Lots of fish,
fats.
some rice, lots of vegetable.
Yes.
Nothing batter dipped. That's American Asian food.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
We batter dip this or fry that or make General Tso's chicken. That's not what they would normally.
Yeah, if you go over there, like I want some General so whatever chicken, they'll be like,
Chop
what?
suey or
Yeah,
chop
there's
suey.
things that don't exist over there.
Yeah, like what's
Yeah,
that?
they just don't exist. They're totally an American creation.
Yeah, that's
Janet
it.
was saying preference for the use for joint issues, MCT or coconut oil. Coconut oil for joint issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would use that unless there's an intolerance of fat.
Mhm.
Then I would do the MCT oil.
Yeah, and the reason why is lauric acid is hands down the best anti-inflammatory of the 3 medium chain fatty acids, and joint issues is a very inflammation, issue.
Based issue.
Yeah, inflammation based issue. So coconut oil would be the one I would rather give.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Janet's not done yet.
Okay.
She's full of questions today.
Oh yeah, good. Keep them coming. Oh,
Yeah,
reward
You
program.
do.
Yeah,
And we had talked, we'll mention it now. We had talked about rewarding someone with a giveaway.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I love that little jar.
Oh yeah, the little jar. Are we gonna give away coconut oil?
Sure.
yeah. Let's do coconut
Or
oil.
whatever they want. Sure. Coconut oil.
They can
sure.
pick coconut oil or MCT oil based on their needs.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Okay.
So
And-
once you answer this question, we'll put out the little jar,
Yeah.
and everybody who wants to be entered to win has to comment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you'll see your name go in the jar. It's very cool.
It's
Very
so cool.
It's so cute.
It's super cute.
So-
So Janet's question, we do have a rewards program on our website. You earn coconuts for every dollar you spend, you earn certain number of coconuts, but when you get X number of coconuts, then you get
It equates to certain things.
dollar amount.
Yeah. And we have do we have a link for the coconut rewards? I'm sure we
Yeah,
have.
we
there
do. Where you
somewhere.
have to sign up for it though.
Sign
You
up.
just don't automatically earn coconuts. You have to sign up for it.
Yeah, have an account.
Yeah.
And then it'll remind you, you have X amount of coconuts to use. Would you like to use it now?
Yeah. You get $5, $10, 50, whatever dollars off that you've spent. So yeah, it's
Hey.
yeah.
So yes, pop that link in there, ladies, and join the coconut collection game.
Yeah.
So let's put the widget in here. The lottery jar.
I love that widget.
There it is.
It's so cute.
So comment with your question, your use of coconut oil, whatever you want. And Janet loves the coconut oil. I'm on the treats. I really am.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them.
Oh yeah. And I
For your
can't
dogs.
You can eat you can try the milk bones. Believe it or not, I have nibbled on. It's a snack for me when I'm really hungry and I
Yeah.
want a low calorie treat. I will eat the moringa and
Yeah.
the
You said
milk
anything that does not contain meat.
Yes.
Yeah, anything that doesn't
Long as-
contain
yeah.
meat, you can eat
The
them.
macaroons
I think the
are
macarons are probably
outstanding.
the most tasty ones because they're
It's
I
cheap.
really the cocoa milk bones that had the pumpkin. It was pumpkin and
What was the
what else was in pumpkin?
flavor?
Wh-
What was the
which one?
coconut? The milk bones.
oh
the turmeric, carrot.
carrot and turmeric.
Carrots. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
carrot and
just smelled so appealing.
Yeah.
I really, really
Take a nibble, Lori. Tell
I
us how you
will.
like
Like
it.
it.
Because I eat
I
the
like the
beets. I like the beets.
I like the beets. To me, it's
Mhm.
probably a hint of sweeter than the others.
I
So
love the
I
moringa
like the
too.
beets.
I get my moringa
Yeah.
that way.
Oh, but you know what? We should talk about the last two unusual.
Oh yeah,
uses of
while
coconut.
people are thinking, yeah.
Yeah, because to me, it's the weirdest one. Okay, the one of them is deodorant. Believe
Oh,
it or not, yes,
Well, guess
deodorant.
what? Body odor is caused by what? Body bacteria. Because our
Yeah,
sweat
right,
doesn't stink.
right.
It's
bacteria.
bacteria on our skin that makes body odor.
Yeah,
So what you can do is use it like after you shower, get a little dab of coconut oil, rub it in your, wherever.
pits.
Wherever you sweat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wherever you
yeah.
sweat or would like to fight the, odor or whatever, and go to bed. That's it. And then the next day, you're fine. I mean, like it's so the oil doesn't really go anywhere.
Well, it absorbs into your skin,
Skin.
so it's not like you're gonna
Yeah.
have greasy sheets
Yeah,
or anything.
yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it's
And I
not.
do that. I love it. I don't stink. At least I hope I don't stink. Do I stink?
I guess not.
Well, and they tell us, I remember when they first decided that most deodorants that contained aluminum were actually toxic to us.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
And every day people were, using roll-ons and such under their arms, rubbing aluminum into their skin.
Yeah, yeah,
So, rubbing something like coconut in there,
yeah,
using your topical jar, not your
Yeah.
oral jar.
Yes,
Yeah,
use it. Have a
exactly.
topical jar.
yeah. My
I'm
grandma
kidding. It
turned us
really
on to
works.
that. Yeah,
I mean, I go to the gym and I literally will put coconut oil just before and rub it in like lotion. So you're
Mhm.
lotioning your whole body. Might as well do your underarms.
yeah, and it keeps
and
it
it really,
going.
really
Yeah,
works.
Yeah, it does work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another use that it looks like somebody else uses coconut oil. Tracy.
Yeah, she has it
Well,
in
she's
her
got it in her
deodorant.
deodorant. Yeah,
So,
well,
yeah,
that's
that's
very
why.
cool.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if some companies latched on to this idea.
Yeah, yeah,
It really is safer and better for your skin.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
The
okay,
last,
so
we
the
gotta get this
last
one
one,
in.
because I've personally done this, is to use it as a suppository, an enema.
Enema.
Oh.
So that
Well,
is
we're getting very personal here, aren't we?
yeah. Well, not just for me. I was talking for my cat.
Oh,
For cat.
For my cat. Yeah, not
okay. Now we're talking, because one of my biggest frustrations in small animal medicine is the constipated cat.
yes.
Yeah. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
That is
And
me.
those
Work. That is
those
me.
that don't know, it's a serious problem. It
Yeah.
damages
Oh my gosh.
the bone.
It's such a serious problem. My cat, when he turned, my cat lived to be 19 and a half. When he turned like 18, maybe 17 even,
It's
he started
always
having
constipated.
constant issues of constipation. Constantly. I mean, to the point where he would be trying to go poop, and he was
Laying down.
laying down, straining because his legs were so weak. And I was terrified. I was like, is he
He's
having
so
a seizure?
tired.
What the heck?
Tired of going poo.
Yeah. So I called my vet, Dr.
Mhm.
Walker, who
He's
is
a cat vet.
He's a cat specialist in Illinois. He's not necessarily a holistic vet. And he told me, Carmina, you use coconut oil constantly. Hello. Why don't you? He
Stick
said,
it up there.
he goes, put coconut oil inside his,
His rectum, yeah.
butt, his rectum, around it. He goes, if you can stomach it, you can stick your finger in, put it inside, and obviously add it to his diet.
More.
Yeah, more, a little bit more. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! But I needed something fast, so I used this. He
He
said
was
use a little.
straining.
He was straining. He
Yeah.
could use a syringe to
And
do it.
stick it in.
Yeah, the coconut oil will have to be a little bit melted to do a
Mhm.
syringe, but you can buy. What I did is I bought suppository.
You can buy it on Amazon.
You can buy it on Amazon. They're like little capsules or something. You can fill them with
okay.
coconut
So you
oil.
fill them.
Yeah, and yeah, they're like it's not even a capsule. It's like a mold.
mold.
It's a mold, suppository mold. So you just put coconut oil
like
in it,
ice trays,
like
but
little
tiny.
ice trays, or tiny little bullet shaped things. And then I just pour coconut oil in it, and I keep it in the
The fridge.
refrigerator. So every time you want to use it as an enema, you just take one of them, pop it in their butt. That's all I do.
It
Yeah.
worked literally an hour.
Unbelievable.
Under an hour, he went poop.
And
Yeah.
then I managed his constant chronic constipation that way. Extra boost, stick one in his butt, but I always added it to his food. And I suppose humans can do it. I mean, I know people that have suffer from hemorrhoids that use
Sure.
it. Fiona, my dog, gets anal gland issues, or if her anal glands get like inflamed, I actually use it. I mean, we've had customers that tell us that their dog's anal glands rupture. They, can they try an enema on coconut oil because it's soothing and
Very
it does
soothing.
help with inflammation.
And
So-
coconut chips help with anal gland issues, by the way.
Yeah.
The fiber
yeah.
helps with anal
Yeah.
gland issues.
I mean, it helps relieve pain. It helps with inflammation. It heals. It promotes healing.
and even yeast infections, the enemas for humans, you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to go to the grocery or the Walg or whatever pharmacy to buy yeast cream. Try a coconut oil enema. I'm not kidding. It really works fast.
for feminine issues.
yeah, yeast
For
issues.
feminine
That's
yeast
an
issues.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting all personal about that.
But I mean, this is the way what surprises you, right?
We're all friends. Martin, I
Yeah.
hope you're doing okay with this.
But we wanted to surprise people, and these are really practical uses where you don't have to run
Yeah.
to the drugstore in a panic because you need a yeast cream or something.
or
Right.
something for constipation. Or
Well, I'm
or
serious.
more throat.
Constipated cats. That is something that I'll be sharing with my cat owners.
Yeah.
And these cats come in, they're in agony.
Yes.
Sometimes the poop is an inch or more in diameter. It's hard as a rock. The
Yeah.
cats become dehydrated, and what happens if it happens over and over
Yeah.
is the colon loses the ability to contract, and now we have a cat that can't squeeze poop out. It's not with life. So this is potentially life-threatening.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
So
Wow.
that's to have something that people can do at home
Yeah.
as soon as they notice something.
Yeah.
Yes.
And do it safely.
Yes.
It's very easy to do. I mean, it's not even that gross. Especially you get the little suppository molds.
Get the right tools. Yeah.
Yes, the
get-
right
and
tools.
It's so
or
cute.
or if
A
you
little
don't,
syringe.
or a little syringe, just
Sure.
keep one on hand.
Yeah,
you know?
tiny
And
one.
just warm up your coconut oil so it's
Yeah,
liquid.
Yep.
I
You know,
imagine
because
it's
that's,
very soothing.
the pet enemas that we have to treat cats with at the clinic are essentially a syringe
Oh.
filled with goo, which is
Yeah.
like a cross between. It's an oily lubricant,
Okay.
Oh.
and it draws water, so it's kind of soap-like.
Right.
But coconut oil is a superior lubricant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And-
Definitely.
And it penetrates, so I would think it would do an equal or better job.
Yeah.
You're right. Right.
I
Well,
agree.
that's what my cat specialist vet told me to use was coconut oil. So I mean, heck, why not? And I mean, it didn't even cross my mind. So it was, I feel like it saved his life because he would suffer from that so badly.
Yeah. The trick with cats is they're sensitive to so many drugs and medication.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like an enema that you might choose for an infant, the fleet enema is toxic to cats and dogs.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So,
Yeah.
you have to be careful what you put in, and what's safer than coconut oil.
Exactly. That's true.
Look
Yeah.
at that jar filling up.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. The more comments, the better.
Yeah.
You get to enter.
So before we draw our winner, because we're coming up on an hour, Janet wants to know what goodies you're bringing to the expo. Have you been able to think about your plan?
Yes.
Yeah.
So so it's all a shipping thing, right? And
Right.
of course, we can ship and lug to the expo. So we will bring as much as we can, but we might run out. We talked to Melissa Boland about this. She goes, "You'll probably run out." So what we're going to do is come and make this easier for people. Is we will have a coupon. I'm just working on it. A coupon with free shipping, so they can order and they can get it before they even go to the expo.
Oh,
So
wow.
what we'd like you to do is probably announce it on the expo page. I mean, this is for attendees, but if other people who don't attend see it, it's not a big deal.
We're all friends.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
but we want, of course, the attendees to be rewarded. We will bring some
Yeah.
goodies. And what we've experienced before is people who hand carry luggage and they travel, they will buy the oil and put it in their hand carry and it will be confiscated. So be careful.
Oh,
Be careful.
yeah. If you're flying, yeah.
And
If
you're
you're-
hand carrying.
But if
luggage.
you're checking in a suitcase, it's okay. But if you're
Your hand carrying, careful, because we've had so many people write us later and go, "They took my oil at the airport." I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
no."
yeah.
And
Even
I
if
guess
it's
if you're going
solid,
to hand carry, or if you're going to put it in your suitcase, you probably should have some Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
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 So that's why we thought, okay, we don't want to bring too many of those goodies because next thing you know, they can't bring it with. It's heavy. and I don't want to ship anything back. But
I don't think there'd be a problem hand carrying the treats, do you?
Oh, the treats
no, the
are
treats, no.
The
No.
treats are
No.
going to be, and they're light.
It's liquids, right?
It's the liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the TSA liquid when you,
Yeah.
hand carry
Yeah.
stuff.
So we will bring as much goodies as we can of different
we'll have
varieties.
lots of
We'll
samples
ship it.
too.
So it's easier. They just buy it there and get it over. We'll have a special
Buy it
sale
where?
at the expo.
At the web.
So what goodies are you
right.
bringing?
Oh, I
Right.
see.
So yeah, we'll buy. They can buy it at expo. We'll bring some, but like I said, we can't bring that like 300 of
Right,
everything.
right.
It's
Yeah.
going to be hard.
But we will have a
Have the
special
coupon,
coupon. So
and
at
that I will
least
get to you.
they can have the, yeah.
I'm just trying to finagle the discount and the free shipping. Make sure the coupon works. That's why I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
given it to you yet.
Technology.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So
All right. That sounds like a perfect solution. And I hadn't really thought, with people flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though they can see it's sealed, their TSA is not gonna budge.
oh no, yeah. And I like Janet said, the Raw Summit in Chicago, that's where we started learning it. There's like summits in Chicago that we brought oils for people to buy.
Right.
And a lot of them were hand carrying, and it was just
Yeah,
devastating that we had
nightmare.
to turn them in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a big waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that. Well, you ready to pick a winner?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Drum roll.
Get a winner. Okay. Jim Duff.
Woohoo!
Jim, you are our winner. Are
Yay,
you
Jim. You still on?
here? Comment.
Wow.
Jim bailed after the suppository.
No, after the
Potentially after the yeast.
after the yeast,
the
the
yeast
feminine
comment.
yeast comment.
We have to know if you're here, Jim.
Let us know, and then private message CoCo Therapy with your address, and I'll ship it out.
And what he wants.
The
Do
oil.
you want
the-
MCT oil or coconut oil?
Oh, there he
Yay.
Hey, yes.
is.
So let us know coconut oil or
MCT oil and address.
Yes.
Let's hope he doesn't live in Timbuktu,
where
some
jokes
foreign
are
country.
fine. Oh, good.
Yeah. As long as you live in the continental US, you're good, Jim.
Yeah.
Because again, shipping to Australia, it's not going to get there.
Right. It'll take forever.
Yeah.
No, or
Or get lost. Yeah.
or it'll get sit at customs, as we've all had the experience of stuff going to
Yeah.
Canada and other
Yeah.
places.
Right.
We can
right.
try, but it might not get there.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us. It's so
And
fun as
Great
usual.
and fun, and you help the cats that I treat. So that's
Yay.
awesome.
That's good.
So-
I love that.
So we will be together soon in May.
Can't
in
wait.
Albany, healthydogexpo.com to get your tickets. And I will see you guys all next week. So we're going to sign off and talk more about coconut oil.
Thanks. And Jim, private message CoCo Therapy, please, so that we know your shipping address.
Yes. All right. Goodbye, guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.